Welcome back to Grahamstown this morning, been broadcasting from 6 o'clock. It's been a great morning. I can see from some of your tweets this morning that you've really enjoyed some of the talents that we've been showcasing for you. And I must say, just being here, I've been enjoying listening to it, meeting the young talent and just seeing what some of their aspirations and dreams are. And it's been very, very great, I must say. But now let's take a look at one of the aspects of the festival that we focused on quite a bit. And I think that for me, this is a very, very special part, and it's the fringe part. And this, of course, is giving opportunities to people like Nombasa, who we just heard playing here on the program, who she was able to go and perform there, and now who knows? I mean, you know, she's a great talent, and you never know where this may land her. So the National Lotteries Commission recently contributed 10 million rand to the National Arts Festival, which will be used to support the Fringe program. Even though the going gets tough for the independent French productions, this is where the audiences can unearth some genuine theatrical gems, and that's a fact. So the festival's annual budget is in the region of about 30 million rand, but only about 5 million goes to this Fringe artists in terms of the box office receipts. So let's talk a little bit about the Fringe program, and we are joined by the Fringe program director, and that's of the National Arts Festival, Zikona Monaheng. Good to have you on the program. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, Leanne, and good morning to the viewers at home. Thank you for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure. And also joining us on the program is from the National Lotteries Board, or Lotteries Commission board member, Professor Govan Reddy. Good to have you on the program. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, Leanne. Nice to be here.
Yeah, it's so nice to be here too, I have to tell you. Professor, we talk about the money that's been given by the National Lottery to the festival. It's a fair amount. I mean, it's a good amount for the arts, 10 million rand, 5 million of which is going to the Fringe. So talk to us about the funding and how it works.
Leanne, I think we should take a step back, and the Lottery Commission or the Lottery Board has been funding the National Arts Festival since 2000, and our contribution this year has been 10 million, and the bulk of that is going towards the Fringe Theatre. Yeah. And these are up-and-coming artists, and it's vitally important that we support them because they pay their own way here. And the Lottery Board, Lottery Commission subsidizes them. A part of the 10 million goes towards paying their cost to get over here. So this is, we believe, really contributing to development, contributing to job creation, which is part of the National Development Plan, etc., and contributing to really allowing young artists to blossom. Without that support, it's very, very difficult for them to come up.
It certainly is. I mean, you take an artist, and we keep referring to Nombasa, but she is part of the Fringe. She's an upcoming artist. She's a local here in Grahamstown. It's giving her the opportunity to perform, and that, I imagine, is the story of most of the artists performing there.
That's correct, Leanne. Nombasa is one of the 350 productions that are in the program this year, and it gives a lot of upcoming artists a great deal and exposure to showcase their work, and we feel proud when you get a local artist as well as upcoming artist when they perform at the National Lotteries Fringe program. Yes.
I mean, you talk about in excess of 300 that are part of it, the artists. I mean, obviously it's not just musicians. What else are we looking at? Is it across the board?
Yes, we've got quite a lot of disciplines that we showcase in the program. We've got your theatre, as Prof has mentioned, and then we've got your comedy section. You've got your visual artists as well that form part of the National Lotteries Fringe, and then you have your contempt music. You've got even family fair is also part of the program. Yeah.
That's great. I mean, it must be so much fun actually sitting and watching them. Are they popular? Do people go down and actually watch the Fringe? Do they support it a lot?
Yes, they do. Fringe is a very exciting and it's an exciting program because you can't really predict what's going to happen or what's going to be on the Fringe. And this year we have seen a couple of sold-out performances for other productions, as well as I mean, you've got your family fair, which is popular to families or to parents that have got their children with at the festival. So the Fringe, it's like a great program where you have fun and heavy and light and unpredictable productions.
Yeah, I can imagine. Some are hits, some are misses. You never really know what you're going to expect, which is quite exciting as well. Professor, in terms of funding, I mean, do you stipulate that you want the money to go where you want the money to go? I mean, do you just give it to the festival and say, look, you do with it what you like, or did you actually want it to be given to the fringe artists?
No, we insisted it be given to the fringe artists, but we don't prescribe how much to be given to which artist. We give it to the national foundation, and they themselves then decide who gets what. But we insist that it goes to the fringe only, or the bulk of it goes to the fringe.
Yeah, which is great, because that's it's
the other thing to remember is that this money doesn't come from government; it comes from the people. Because this is money that comes from the sales of the lottery tickets. So a percentage of that goes to the fund, and the fund funds this. So this is people funding the Fringe Theatre, not the government.
Have you been attending it? Have you been to some of the performances?
I haven't been to the Fringe, I must confess. I've been just a few days. I've been to the big ones. But my wife is going to a Fringe this morning while I'm here.
Excellent. Well, I think you better go and see where the money's going to.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, because it's a vital part of it. I mean, in terms of a continual support from the National Lottery, I mean, how long have you pledged to support the festival for?
Leanne, there's a long-term commitment, but I think it's very important for others to come on board too. I think it'll be unfair for the lottery to be the only funder for the Fringe. I think there is scope for corporates and others to come in and help also, because the Fringe has to be supported, we believe, for a greater amount than just the 10 million that we give. But the commitment from the National Lottery is for a long term. I can't put a time frame on it, but it's certainly a long-term commitment.
Let's talk about how you get involved in the Fringe. I mean, I was asking you, is it almost like an open mic session, or do you actually have to apply? Which you told me it's that you do need to apply before you come and perform.
Surely, Leanne, you have to apply. We have application forms, and then there's a process where like 3 months application period where artists would have to just complete the form and then submit it. As soon as you click on that submit button, it means that you secure yourself a space in the Fringe, and then from there then we make sure that we allocate to a suitable venue depending on what you have asked for, and we give you dates and times, and then you just get ready and make sure that your work is of quality, and then you just rock and come and perform in the Gravestone.
You can say it, just rock up. You just rock up and come and do what you do best, and that's perform on a stage. I think that's great. Well, thank you for talking to us, and I just hope this grows from strength to strength, and this is where you discover some of the emerging fantastic talent that we have got, that not necessarily part of the mainstream, but they're just given that opportunity to get up on a stage, have an audience, and feel what that's like. Thanks for talking to us, Zikona Monaheng, who is from the Fringe Theatre part of the festival, the National Festival, and of course from the National Lotteries Commission, our board member, Professor Govan Reddy. Thank you very much for talking to us, and go out there and watch the Fringe, or at least let your wife tell us, come and speak to us about it. Okay, talk to us next year. Excellent, I'm so glad. All right, quick break here on the program. We've got more for you. Stay tuned.